All right, welcome back to our feature matches here for week one, Aetherdrift League. We got Philip B. Plipster here with us for our
Oh,
commentary. How's it going?
it's going good.
Nice.
It's going pretty well for Colton as well. His
Yeah,
hand's looking really exciting.
yeah. Took a little bit of a break from the league, but off for a couple leagues, but back with us here. We got a brand new player to our server playing in the feature match here in Joseph S, and then we got Colton S, who has played in a few leagues here with us. What's going on in his hand over there?
It's really good. So he's got right now 4 lands. Rest is good. Some really solid spells in there. Of note is 4 when he's about to play. He's also got a lightning strike in hand, which is classic efficient removal, and then Captain Howler Sea Scourge
Ooh, that's
at the
nice.
top end is a really good card. He's also got 5 drops and 6 drops to follow that up, and his mana is surprisingly good for a 3-color deck. He's got everything on curve, so it's going to be a rough one for Joseph if he doesn't have any answers to this.
Yeah, looks like Joseph also has what we sometimes call natural Tron here with all three of his colors. I mean,
Mm.
he did have a night market to help out there.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness.
and
Colton just drew a perfect 3-drop. Unfortunately,
mm,
the night market's going to enter tapped, but he's got the boosted swoop in hand now, which
no,
is that looting vehicle. It's very good.
that's a real good one. Yeah, so rest of Joseph's hand here, he has a Rangers Refueler, Ripclaw Wrangler, so two vehicles. He has an island and he has Rise from the Wreck, which is that recursion spell that can get back a number of
Hmm.
different types of cards from the
Interesting
graveyard.
choice to lightning strike there. I think pushing damage is definitely good. He's got a very aggressive hand if he curves out turn 4. Because his 6-drop is not any 6-drop, it's Pyrowood Gearhulk, which is
Oh wow, okay.
and he does have the colors in hand to cast it. So if he hits 2 more lands, it's gonna be really scary
All right.
for
I mean,
Joseph.
that's a potential scary thing here, and like no
Yeah,
interaction whatsoever
5-drop
here
Old
in the
Drifter
hand
makes sense
for
because kind of
Joseph.
pressure.
Yeah, so he went for the Ripclaw Wrangler, which is not a particularly impactful play since he cannot crew it. Yeah, this 4-1 has kind of like been a good card, I think, weirdly enough in the format.
Yeah, I wasn't really high on most of the uncommons. Oh my goodness, Joseph has 2 Pyro Gearhulks, not in hand, but in his
Oh
pool, which
wow.
I've just looked at. So this is gonna be
Joseph
uh
or Colton you're talking about?
all right, Colton. Colton
Okay.
has 2 of these Gearhulks. It's very good pool.
All right, very neat. Yeah, so both players are at 1-2, so pretty even ground here. Just started
Yeah.
off the league, have a couple
I
losses, so a Ketrodon off the top here, not very useful.
Ooh, Siddhartha.
Yeah, Sita Varma played here. Yeah, that card is nice, but it takes a lot of mana and
It's
a
no
board
Gearhulk.
state to be scary. Like when my opponent plays it
Really.
at this juncture in the game, I don't really care.
I'm interested in why Joseph's not playing white. He's 4 white rares. Sky Shear's Chariot, Perilous Snare is very good, and then 2 of the board wipe with cycling,
Huh,
which seems
interesting.
really game changing. And so to be Sultai is an interesting choice. I wonder if he just felt like the commons are deeper in these
Yeah,
colors.
could just be better curve, could be preference of colors, could be
I wonder if we'll see him sideboard
two.
into a more controlling white deck because Bolton's playing up a lot of aggression right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
cards that Colton's playing that I'm like, I would like a board wipe to fight against this because, not that
Absolutely.
Joseph's played bad cards, but they don't seem
Oh, and
as
Bolton
game
just hit
warping.
his 6th land off the top, so um, I expect we'll be seeing Gearhulk come down.
And he can crew the vehicle, I believe, in response to the
In
Gearhulk
response,
trigger.
I feel like Gearhulk might.
Does he have two green
Yeah,
there? Okay, yeah, he does have two
he
green.
does.
The the full art lands are a little.
I
There's
think he's trying to figure
a
out
couple
a
that make me
future.
pause to figure out
Uh,
what they are for a moment, but I see he has two green there on the
okay,
left.
so not gonna risk it with the full control, trying to
Huh.
crew the
Okay.
vehicle in response. Maybe he didn't know he could do that,
Yeah, it's
but
possible. It's not like
even without
it's
that
not
1-drop,
super
this is gonna hit for a lot of
clear
damage.
that you could do
Maybe he
that,
wanted his
but
Gearhulk
yeah.
tapped to block, although this actually does give creatures vigilance, so this is a lot of damage coming in.
Oh yeah,
Almost lethal.
this is a lot.
Ah. Oh, and the Captain Howler goes off.
Yep.
Whew.
All right. Well, he says, have fun blocking this.
Yeah,
So,
these vehicles.
in theory, in most average draws, you're not going to be able to play your blue red rares into your double green, double red rare. But in
No
this
red yet.
case, it worked out.
Yeah,
It worked out well.
worked out beautifully.
You know, if anybody's watching this and saying, I'm going to try to do this every game, I would say it might not be advisable
I would
to
recommend you play
expect
two
this to happen
colors,
every
but
game.
hey,
But when it does, look, This is why people go for the power cards, right? Because when it goes off, it's just completely game warping and dominating
Yes, that's
when you're able to
the
play
three
all
for
this in
one,
sequence. He has three
right?
rares in play, right?
He's drawing a card. He's doing 7 damage. He's taking out 2 vehicles, one of which was going to draw a card later.
Yeah,
Um,
and he gets to draw a card
he did
after all
draw a
said and
land.
done.
He's empty-handed basically for the
Yeah.
land, but he's also got a 7/7 Vigilance Menace, so I wouldn't feel too bad for him.
So he can play a Rise from the Wreck here to get back
Okay.
some cards, but
I mean, he really loves some unconditional removal. It's
no,
cheap.
nothing drawn here.
No,
We'll see
but that 7/7
later.
is going to be a big problem.
I will say the interface for Rise from the Wreck. I'm gonna mess up with that card many times before I figure it
Okay.
out. Just the way that the
Trigger Hulk.
interface is.
Get to dig for removal maybe.
So he keeps the forest because he has a Ketrodon, but I think
Hmm.
the Ketrodon
Is
is going
that
to
the
be a
one with
little
the life
too
gain?
little too late, but
6/6.
possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Colton with these top decks, he's drawn a Lifecraft engine, which is we're probably about to see a hit play, but it's a vehicle
Another rare.
lord. You choose a creature type on stuff. Yeah, and I'm looking at this pool. It's got a lot.
Yeah, I haven't been super impressed by that rare, but it could still have its
Yeah,
moments.
rare's a rare. Crew 3 is kind of high. It's definitely
Yeah,
better on a
like
wild.
Crew 3 is where I basically lose interest most of the time.
Oh my god, the one is also a rare. Burnout Bastronaut. I thought it
Yep,
was just a common.
a common. No, not quite.
I don't know. I just thought like the one.
All
Right? Am
right.
I? Yeah.
So he says, I need a bigger Gear Hulk. It's not big enough. 8 is the number. And actually, considering the power that Joseph has in play, he does not, he has 7 power, but not 8. So it was
Oh wow.
exactly correct. It was the exact correct move because it got him out of range of having his creature die. So,
How
yeah,
long are
that,
you gonna do it anyway?
well, it doesn't kill it unless there's a hidden power somewhere.
Yeah, I'm because it doesn't have trample. I'm wondering what the
No, he
impulse.
could have just double chumped instead of losing 3 things.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
real unfortunate.
when you're double jumping rather or triple jumping, I think the game is all
Yeah,
but
the game's
gone
very
here.
over. He also could have walked the other jump the other way to kill the Wicker Folk and not the 1/1, which, yeah, oops, maybe didn't do the math quite there. And that is a, I mean, Pyro Gear Hulk will end the game very
I
quickly.
think he
So
was
let's hope for
operating as if it was a
7/7,
7/7. He
perhaps.
was just had in his mind 7/7. Okay, he calculated in his head the turn before. Okay, I have 7 power. I can
Yeah,
block it. And then the Lifecraft engine came down. He was like, oh, well, not quite. Yeah. So look at this deck here. He's pretty. He's he's pretty much 3 color here. Just has a bunch of different cards. He has the side view on, so it's a little harder to see all the cards. I do
mm,
see the
yeah,
Agonosaurus, which is the 5 mana 8/8. The Thopter
that one's cool.
Fabricator, as far as like some rares. We saw the Seat of Varma, so a few powerful things. He didn't do. I don't think he sideboarded. So yeah, the side view you don't get to see the whole deck
Okay.
really. So it kind of
No,
scrolls up and down,
um,
but caught a glimpse of some of
Cold's
it.
also pretty solidly 3 color.
Okay.
Um, Actually, mostly red green, just splashing for the double pipped Gear Hulks, and it's yeah, 7 islands, 8 mountains, 3 forests, but actually good fixing.
Hmm.
I think 4 duels and a night market, which is any color, so not the worst
Yeah, and
3 color deck,
we saw it work out
but
seamlessly for him, and like I said,
classic
that's why
one.
people go
So
for high power
mana.
because when
Yeah,
when it when it works, you dominate.
it really does work. Yeah,
Like me, I'm probably
uh,
not brave enough to put all those cards in the same deck, so I could
me
never hit
neither.
that ceiling. But so I just hope that I just always get I just always get a baseline of consistency, but it'll never hit that high mark, but it'll never miss the mark completely, which sometimes
Yeah,
you do with your 3 color decks, right? Where you just can't ever get
really.
your third color, or you're missing your double
So
green and
Colin
your
once
double
again has
red.
all
So
3 colors,
yeah, what's he
and
got?
he's got a couple islands in hand. And interesting that, well, I'm not gonna. And he's pitching one of the islands, which makes sense.
Okay,
Um, oh my God, good draws,
more heat over there.
more heat for sure.
Yeah, so we got a mole here. He does have rares in hand here. When mole misses, I just feel like I'm so
Yeah,
sad
absolute shit.
because it
Um,
probably milled like at least one card that you would have really wanted to draw.
in the pre-release, I had a mole that was basic. It was horrible for me. Milled gas, like just three gases. It's the worst.
And look,
But
people,
I'm still high on the card
I know it's
reasonably,
still
but
good. I know you're still supposed to play it. When it misses,
it
it
feels
feels
horrible.
useless. It
So
feels like you set
Colin's
your
got a really
card
nice
and your
card out
mana
here.
on
He
fire.
put the swoop on 3
Yeah.
into Valpurse on 4, which can release something back to block, but also crew the swoop. Get some looting in, sculpt his hand even more. He's got real nice options.
Yeah. So we have
Um,
in hand for Joseph, we do have two more swamps. And then he has a Seat of Varma and he has a Gonosaur Rex, the
ooh,
5 mana 8/8. Cannot be
Honest Rex
cast
is
at
definitely
this current
make a big
hour.
impact on this game if he hits the forest.
Yeah, he doesn't have the forest.
Colton's got a tap land, a couple of 2 drops, the 6/3 Menace vehicle with cycling, and then on 6 he's got Dracosaur Auxiliary, which is that flying mount that does 2 damage when it is crewed, and I don't know if it has haste.
It does have haste, the dragon.
It does. Oh my
Um,
goodness! 6 mana, 4 for flying haste, attacks
yeah.
while style deal 2 damage. So that is gonna
Yeah, so
be
it
a big
sounds
problem.
like that if Joseph hit the forest in the 8/8, there was no answer to it whatsoever in hand.
Oh, there's a Venomous Saklagok, which is Death
Okay.
Touch
Yeah.
2/1, but it would still be a lot of damage coming through.
That's something.
But
What did he discard? Just the 2/1 haste guy?
yeah,
I
2/1
think I
haste.
saw it. Yeah, the
He's
specialist.
playing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Colton got a little bit fortunate that his opponent could not get his double green here.
definitely.
Yeah, sometimes it works out
Uh,
like we saw last game. Sometimes you don't get it.
Sort of punished for playing the tap land because he just drew a 5 drop. Um,
Oh,
Thunderhead Gunner, which he'd definitely like to play,
oh yeah,
but
Thunderhead Gunner is a card that
that card is
it just looked like fine, and this card is
absolutely
like
nuts.
it's so good. Like I just want it in every red deck.
That's
There's no red
normally with the
deck
red
that I
like
don't
five
want one of
fours,
those.
4/5s with reach, the tap to deal 2 damage or whatever are like medium to good, but this one discarding a card and not having to tap at all is just absolutely nutty, I think.
Yeah, it's
Especially with all the things
I
around it.
haven't really seen a card like this because usually they put if they have that as a repeatable effect, it's usually on like a smaller creature, and you have to pay like some mana.
Absolutely, you have to
Like
pay
you have
way,
to
way
pay
too
like
much.
2 or 3 mana, and it's like a two
Yeah,
drop or a three
it's your whole
drop.
turn. But looting for free is it gives you 2 draws, like in a late game situation where you're top in a top deck race. Gives you 2 draws a turn for no mana is huge.
Yeah, so
And this is gross.
yeah, so this dragon is going to
You know,
dictate the pace here for this next portion of the
take
game
down
until
that pilot
Joseph finds
and
something. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to kill one of the big threats.
yeah,
Or
two
well, I mean
threes,
the 2/3 is the big
armor.
threat. The portable mole
Oh, the little crude chain. I
or the
love
4/3.
this.
Yeah, our favorite. Put the thing in the thing in the thing. You know.
That's really good because he's gonna need to double block it with 2/3 toughness creatures. So if he either he takes 10 here
Yeah, you just
or
throw the
he
mole. You throw the mole
throws away to yeah the mole
and the
and
car. I think. Yeah.
yeah that's a lot of value.
Yeah,
Uh,
very well played here from Colton here. Knows how
yeah,
to
facing
put on the
cards
pressure
up.
here. And once again, his mana is basically flawless.
Yep.
Where we do see Joseph
Plus,
struggling here. An 8/8 in play would have
yeah.
gone a long way.
Still got a Thunderhead Gunner in hand.
Wow. Yeah.
He's now at max speed, which means that Gunner can come down with haste.
Okay.
He's still got a
That's
5 power in the air. Oh, brother.
all right. Well,
I
we
did
get
not
another
like this.
island here, so abject misery with these
Oh,
draws.
you hate to see it.
Yes, he can play the Deathless Pilot. He can put a couple He can put a couple counters right on his creature,
Yeah.
but it might not be quite enough here. Yeah, that 8/8 would have been just rock
I don't think you
solid.
can. Instead of Arma seems to need 2 green to exhaust,
Is it too green?
which
Okay, well, more
let me double
issues.
check.
I know
Yeah, it is.
it's two
Oh,
of one and one of the other plus X.
yeah. Oh my goodness. And Colton's just drawn a Lifecraft engine again.
Okay. He can name well, whatever he likes. I guess
I don't think
dragon.
everybody knows what it is at this point.
I suppose dragon or
Maybe Mount.
even Thopter if you wanted to. Can take his pick. more or
Oh,
less.
and it buffs vehicles as well.
Yeah,
Oh, that's quite
yeah,
good.
yeah. So it's like those like Patchwork Banner or I think it
Yeah,
was.
I'm just gonna go.
It's like it's from that vein, except it works for your vehicles as well as whatever creature type you name. I think Patchwork Banner was the card from Bloomberg that did that, if I recall. Yeah, saddle that. This Deathless
Interesting.
Pilot is he's been taken for a ride here this game. To the graveyard, back to the graveyard, back. I mean,
Interesting decision there.
I'd be just dealing damage to directly to my opponent. I
I
think.
think he's knows he's got a two-turn clock anyway, right?
Yeah, like
Um,
Joseph has,
I don't know.
as far as Deathless
Interesting
Pilot
call.
goes, he has essentially infinite mana for to like just bring it back every turn.
Yeah.
So I like just dealing it directly to him. He'd be at 3 right now.
Oh, he's gonna sacrifice his Rocky Roads to get something to crew up. Now he could have done that, crewed the Lifecraft engine, uh, right, with the pilot, and hasted it with the kickoff celebration. Also
Oh,
crewed the sloop
or
with
he could have
one
just
one, and
attacked with the
then
sloop also.
hit for I think that would have been 8 more
Well,
damage on the ground
this is
before
gonna
something with Set of
spell
Armor.
possibly the end here. He's drawn another
Yeah,
double
I
green
mean
card.
the game has definitely been
Yeah,
over.
so the
Yeah,
Autark Mammoth is not
that
what he
was.
needed here. So mana didn't
Oh,
quite work out, and Colton just slammed the haymakers, and they never stopped coming.
I would be scared of Colton's deck after this.
Yeah, so congratulations to Colton. If you match up against him in the queue,
I'll
watch
try
out
not to.
for those very, very powerful gold cards that we saw. And congratulations on the win. We'll be back later with our last match of the night.